Drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink,
Booze hound.
drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink,
Booze hound.
drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink.
Happy birthday, Booze hound. Hack. E-beggar.
I'm going to ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Gravy train.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a
food channel that's running out of ideas.
In the meantime, let's watch some TikTok. On my TikTok.
white Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white. On my TikTok.
White Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian.
White guy.
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. White guy. Because I'm white.
So the Japanese are horrible people. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
I'm going to ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off.
I think I've stalled.
If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
Bitch. I did the uncut raw videos.
Whether we win or lose, we drink booze. A British peanut.
I have zero knowledge.
I'm very uneducated.
Is this your full-time job? Yes.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge. Fucking shit.
Do you enjoy doing food reviews as much, or are you bored? I'm bored.
I only promote things that I like. The Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, my Jackery, the 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 Jackery's working its butt off. Blue Eddie, this thing is absolutely amazing. Call me a sellout. Screw off. Tangy. Tangy. Tangy.
Tangy, 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 tangy.
Tangy.
I'm insane. Double. Hi, can I get a medium Pepsi, please?
Sorry?
Medium Pepsi.
There's a sign here saying turtles.
Oh,
Yep, yeah.
oh, this is my car.
We're gonna do it. Here we go. Ready?
Oh no. It's totally messy, but the idea is you keep it in the wrapper.
I know. I want people to see it.
Well, he wanted to eat this in the car. So I think we could have, no? I would have rocked my car. I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian Hitler flap.
See what I mean?
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. Because I'm white.
The Chinese are horrible, so the Japanese are horrible people.
Fuck. Shit. Beautiful looking lunch.
You are good at describing food.
You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that. How else to fix this? You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that.
This is the dumpster that your mom and I found you in. Your real name was going to be called Waste Management.
Yeah, I made more fucking money than you ever did.
So Carol actually phoned you and said, "Hey asshole, did you bring something back? And if you didn't already, go get some shit, you fucking putz."
I've been working like a dog. Destroy.
Remember what he was selling you.
Everything right now, my body has just like released all the stress.
Now, if you're a child, don't fucking watch this.
For this one, we're gonna deal with Ken's title and thumbnail first. And, well, there's no spoiler alert to worry about because we know how he is. So, I'll tell you what it all means before we get to the actual reaction itself. It says, wrecked! Ken looks, really surprised. He's driving, and underneath the thumbnail, the title is completely destroyed! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. When people raise this channel on Ken's channel, because he's already done away with KDRC, you can't put that on his channel. It's in the banned words list. So if they say, have you ever checked the channel that and he just dismisses it all as hate. He approached YouTube because he found out you could make a lot of money. And so he does the cat videos. They don't work. Then he tries eating garbage in the car, and it did work. And back in the day, he could get 250,000 views getting the latest sandwich from McDonald's, eating it on camera, going back to the shack in the old village. Now it doesn't work. So now he likes to pretend that he's a real camper when he is not. So he has a lot of bitterness towards his own audience. He's just a dishonest man. And to post this, wrecked! Oh no! What has just happened? Ken's driving. He looks so surprised. Something happened to one of his vehicles. Completely destroyed. He's dishonest. He's always lying to his own audience and telling them at the same time, I love you guys and appreciate every single one of you, and I need help paying for the bills to keep this job going. You want to know what it is? He says when he goes to get his car serviced, somebody else has got a car getting serviced, and the tire blew out, and they drove on the rim for a while. That's it. So he's always being dishonest, and if someone is dishonest with you, it means they don't respect you. If they don't respect you and they want to mislead you, they want to make money off of you, they do not love you. They don't even like you. You're just a patsy to be used. So you pay attention to what he does, and it's being misdirected. So that's the whole deal. And in this video, he says that he's working his butt off. And now we're going to get to this next still. This here is from about a week ago. It's not too old. Somebody took an interest in what he does and asked a friendly question. Quote, why not do members only videos? On your main channel, it could really just be bloopers or extended cuts. Close quote. Reasonable request to make of Ken Domik. What's his reply? Quote, I'm already too stressed making content for 2 channels. Close quote. Not even a thanks for your interest or I'm sorry. Just a mean, I'm already too stressed making content for 2 channels. Of course, we know Ken's idea of hard work is turning the camera on and leaving it on the dashboard while he's driving. Then he gets back to the shack in the old village and he speeds it up and adds music. That's being a content creator for Ken Domik. The material he makes is worthless because when he is going to get his shishi eggs and shishi coffee for himself and Carol, he's going to go there and get it anyway. He's not doing it just for you and just for you. He's doing it just for himself and Carol. So as long as he's going to get his rich people eggs and coffee anyway, he just leaves the camera turned on and babbles while he goes to get it. And that for Ken is working his butt off and being stressed creating content. And what the audience member is asking for is the bloopers and extended cuts. That is what Ken had with the channel Uncut and Raw. It made sense for Ken to do that because it was a lazy way to create content. He just dumped everything in there. All the babbling, all the swearing, all the bitterness. And there was no work to be done. We started reacting to it, and that's where we found him giving shit to Popeyes. And he said, well, I don't have a job with them, so I can say whatever the F I want to. I don't think I'll ever will get a job with them. And then he actually did get a gig. And he never got another one because we dug up Ken giving shit to Popeye. See, he doesn't deserve all this good fortune. And they figure he's about the right age, and here's this affable Canadian everyman going to Popeyes, getting some chicken, and we know what he really did. He told him to fuck off 6 ways from Sunday. And I guess that hurt him, that he takes not even enough interest in his own material to care about what he produces and what he publishes, that we came back with him giving shit to Popeyes, and then we made sure that they got it after he got his gig. He never got another gig with them. And that's what the channel was. The bloopers extended cuts. It was called Uncut and Raw. And Ken took the whole thing down because he was too lazy to figure out what was safe to leave there and what was not. So he said, oh, the channel doesn't make any money, so I had to take it down. His Ken Domik Toys channel is still up because he figures there might be one chance in 100,000 something might get picked up and it might make a couple $100. Once you do the work to put that stuff up there, you just leave it. It actually takes work to bring it down. So he says, oh, the Uncut and Raw wasn't making any money, so I had to take it down. You already did the work to put everything there. And it takes no work to put your raw footage there, which is why it was called Uncut and Raw. So what he had to say made no sense. Just he couldn't keep track of what he had put up there. Didn't want to put in the work to find out what was okay to leave there. So he just took the whole channel down. So if someone is asking for Uncut and Raw channel, he already had it. So now we're going to get to Ken complaining about how hard he has to work for his audience, and let's just, after we've staged this, get right to it. Shall we? Ken fans are idiots. They would have to be. He's gonna go to the grocery store anyway, just as I said earlier, so he runs the camera while he goes there. Who responds to the same footage of him pulling the keys out and opening the door, pulling the keys out, opening the door, set to music that says doop 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 dopey doo, ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-bum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-bum bum 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 ba-bum bum 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 bum. Doofus is gonna go get some shit from the grocery store. Who cares? Could you imagine if he sent this to JP or somebody because he comments on the videos sometimes? Do you think JP would watch this stuff? Hey, keep plugging away there, JP. Looks great. Here's what I just made. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. I opened up the fucking car door. I took out my keys, put them in my pocket. Bum 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 bum. Nobody is watching this shit except for the stupidest people who feel sorry for him that he produces this content and believe that he deserves extra money as tips, even while he buys whatever he wants, including expensive food, and pretends that he's just barely getting by. I'm surprised that he didn't say, "What? Pumpkins already? What the what? Where did the summer go?"
No problem.
That is what Ken should put on a t-shirt and wear it. Hey, no problem, no worries. Comfortably retired. I eat lunch on camera and actually get paid for it. And then I tell people that I'm poor. And they believe me. And they send me money. I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch of pasta and Kool-Aid. Actually, I'm gonna go buy some steak. The only way there would be a novelty factor to material of this kind would be if this was some celebrity, like Brad Pitt, you know, going to the grocery store. And even then, if you were a big fan of his, after a couple of episodes, you would ask yourself, why am I even watching this? What is this? Meat? I'd better pass that up. Carol and I are just barely getting by. And if I don't get ongoing support, and I need a lot of support, year after year after year after year, I won't even be able to keep this little job going. Carol and I survive on poor people food. Pasta, sugar, Kool-Aid, and tap water. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I think I'll have some of this. Ken has the mind of a child, which is pretty good for him because for the most part his audience is made up of adults who also have the mind of a child. He zooms in on this as if to say, $134.28. That's a lot of money. He's not surprised by $134.28 for that giant pile of meat, especially when he took a vacation about a year ago that is meant for millionaires. What does he care? He's saying like, wow, that's more than $100. And his audience is going, oh, more than $100? Look at the price. It's $17.61 a kilogram. What he's going to buy after this is actually more expensive than what he's holding there. And furthermore, if you get a whole bunch of flesh, big surprise, it costs more than if you were to get a smaller amount. Those are 3 steaks of a modest size, yet the quality is excellent. They are Australian strip loins from Ken, the Canadian knucklehead, the Canadian patriot, buying Australian beef. Why? Because I guess they just do it better, or it costs a lot more money. Remember what I showed you before? $17 and change for a kilo. This stuff is $35 and change for a kilo. It's more than twice as expensive. Before, he's showing you the price. It's like, what? It's $138? Yeah, if you get a whole lot of it, it costs more. Yet, the actual quality of what he buys is more than twice as expensive as what he showed you back there. And the only reason why you didn't get that is because they got no place to put it. And they couldn't finish it in time. So this is the way he's eating pretty much all the time when he's not stuffing himself with junk food 2 or 3 days a week. And he says he's barely getting by. And he's just running the camera while he's picking this stuff up and thinking, dinner. And he thinks this is content for people. Oh, look! There is Ken buying expensive steak. He's barely holding his job together and barely putting food on the table. Well, he needs support. Ongoing support, year after year. We better send him some support. He doesn't even think about that. That's how stupid his audience is. So he's making a big deal about $17 a kilo before, and you get a whole bunch of it. Of course, it costs more money, yet what he buys on the regular is more than twice as expensive. Fuck! Would you please join this channel, by the way, for $1.99 a month? No contract. So you can just walk away from it like so many people do. You can also custom emojis. If you have any suggestions for custom emojis, please let me know in the comments. I'm willing to please with the custom emojis. Let's move on.
$34. Perfect. Dinner. Hello. How are you? Alright, how are you doing?
Do you know what Ken is thinking to himself as he looks at the camera and says, get the content, get the conversation. My idiot audience eats this up. And then when I ask for money, they give me extra. He's also thinking to himself, I wonder how that cashier is doing really. Does she like her job? Does she like being in the content? I'm not even telling her. I wonder. Or maybe he doesn't care at all, really.
Bye.
What is Ken gonna do right here? He's gonna open up the door that he has to do anyway and put his shit away, which he was going to do anyway, only he runs the camera while he's doing it at the same time. Then he publishes it and says, I'm working my butt off for you people. I am stressed to the max. Send me money. Check out this great camera work from KBD Productions TV.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put this mic on.
Ken works so hard. Look how professional he is. I'd say let me put this mic thing on and makes the sound happen. The only reason why he doesn't show himself turning the camera on like this, let's turn this fucking thing on so I can record myself doing errands, is because up to the moment he turns it on, he can't produce footage.
All right, there we go. So, Carol just dropped me off in town. Then she says, did you get anything out of the freezer for dinner tonight? No.
So Carol actually phoned you and said, hey asshole, did you bring something back? And if you didn't already, go get some shit, you fucking putz. And she didn't phone up to say, I'm starving. What are we gonna do for food? We're barely getting by. You barely hold on to your job. We're so poor. Can we ask the neighbors if we can borrow a cup of sugar and we can get by on Kool-Aid for tonight?
I've been working like a dog since I woke up.
There is lots to unpack here. Ken has shared too many of his opinions over the years for us not to know that he's never really worked a hard day in his life. He's not doing right now, and he never will, because he's set for money with the cash that Carol got from the sale of her father's house before he moved to a retirement facility. Rich people can go buy a $40,000 Sprinter. That's just the sticker price, plus all the fees, pull it off the lot, and then destroy it, and then ignore it. That's what rich people do. People who are barely getting by can't dream about wasting at least $40,000 on a Sprinter to ruin as a prop vehicle for a weak idea of Ken and Carol van life, and then she doesn't want to do it, or the audience doesn't care, and so they just give up on it. It's just a pile of junk in their driveway. Ken also famously said years ago when he was in Toronto shooting footage that the construction workers were a bunch of douchebags making noise and waking him up. And what was Ken doing for work? He was getting shit-faced drunk with a bunch of guys who were less than half his age. And he considers that to be work. Over the years, he keeps saying, oh, these workers are making noise. Oh, they're just going to work. Oh, you people with your little jobs, you should just chill out, have a glass of wine, have a nice prime rib dinner. That's how he lives. And yet he considers himself to be the Canadian everyman, knucklehead, barely getting by, trying to put food on the table when he takes fabulous vacations and buys all kinds of toys. He has contempt for ordinary working people. And he also, like a couple years ago, whatever it was providing tips to folks who worked at the drive-through window. And he couldn't just leave it and drive on and go, open it, open it, open it, open it! He wanted a massive return on that. So he only did it because he wanted the thing to go viral, and they didn't. And before I talk too long and get people clicking off, We know that Ken has a history of even going to the garbage dump and running the camera while he goes there. That kind of says it all, doesn't it? It's literally garbage. So let's run that a few more times so we can appreciate it. Ken Domik saying that he works like a dog.
I've been working like a dog. I've been working like a dog. I've been working like a dog. I've been working like a dog. I've been working like a dog. I've been working like a dog since I woke up. Got Friday's video done, got the vlog done, uploaded it, shared it with you guys. And then Carol got home probably around 5 and then dropped me off in town. And so I just picked my car up. Let's see what it was. Probably the regulator, yes. So power, window, motor, and regulator assembly passenger side. And the one unit is $200.70 with a subtotal of $385.50. And the labor was $184.80. And so after our Canadian taxes, which was $50.12 at 13%, came to a total of $435. Now we don't have to worry about that window, right? Stop!
Was that supposed to be funny? Now we don't have to worry about that window, right? Snap! More expenses. Could you imagine if he would talk that way to people that he knows? They'd say, would you shut up already? You broke your window, go fix it. The fuck you want from me? You want me to do that to you? Look, my muffler fell off. I have to pay for this and that and the other part and something else. And labor, that was $426.92. What does he care? What does anybody care? Nobody cares. Not even Ken cares. He's doing this in public on his channel to get the gullible people to feel sorry. And you know what? I better get him some support. He needs some money. He's not like a normal person saying, hey, I just need a little bit of help. It's just like, every year, I need support. Every year, I need support. I need support. I need support. We need the support. We have to have the support because to keep this job going, we need support. I don't know what I'm going to do about all these bills. Could you imagine having somebody like that being a friend, always talking about money? Good people don't talk about that stuff, even if they're really hurting. It's only, if things get really desperate, then, one time. Just with Ken, it's ongoing. We need support. We need support. Take your fucking bills and fuck off.
Definitely not making the crackly noises. Window is definitely dirty, not with tape. My van is now back up to 100%, so we think. So we think.
What he is really saying is that, hey, it's an old prop vehicle made to make me appear to be a rustic Canadian camper, so probably something's gonna fall off soon. Then what are we gonna do with those bills, huh? I'm gonna have to pay, and I need your help to keep this job going. Fuck off. Pay for it yourself. You're loaded, you cheap prick.
I'm going to put my Waze on just in case to get home. Oh, come on.
What amazing content. Watch Grandpa open and struggle with his fucking app. And he considers this to be hard work. And not just ordinary hard work. Working like a dog. He's stressed out from having to make content for both of these channels. You know how tough that is, opening an app and saying, oh, what the what, and doing it in front of a camera. It's really tough.
Go. So that should just go. There you go. I think, yeah, it wants us to go up that road. So I brought my other camera thinking that I could, because it's on magnets, and I have that thing right there, that I could just snap. You know what? I'm just going to do it. See if you guys like it. It's just that it's not balanced and it's really close to the dashboard.
Thank you, Ken, for providing more options in boring dashboard footage collection by yourself. You work so hard.
Needs to be up a little bit on something. So that's the angle you're going to get just for today. But sometimes you just got to go with the flow. It's funny, when I picked up the car, there was a van there. I wish I'd videotaped the wheel.
So what are you doing there, Ken? Oh, videotaping. Lot of videotape. Gotta get those motors running. Gotta get that tape moving. You gotta get it back and get it transferred into the computer. And you gotta make sure that you're keeping it away from humidity because you're gonna be recording over it. And that's how it is with videotape, you know. It's 2025. I'm doing a lot of videotape. Oh yeah, so he wishes that he had have recorded or shot footage of the wheel. So he's going to tell a story about something that isn't even exciting to begin with, which is some guy had a blowout and he drove on the rim to the service center. And this is Ken's idea of working really hard and being very much deserving of extra financial help.
But apparently the guy had a blowout on the highway and drove it from the highway.
While Ken is telling his boring story about somebody else's blown tire, he expects that it is very much enhanced by footage of him approaching intersections.
To the mechanics, because he needs 4 new tires. All the tires are really bald, and that's why it blew out. But it blew out on the highway, and he just drove it on the rim all the way to the mechanics. And
just because Ken is lazy and a hack doesn't mean he's completely stupid. The way he's telling this story and pretending to be amazed by it, the guy was on the highway, it was just blown. The tire was blown, and he needed assistance from the mechanic to fix the blown tire. He's pretending to be amazed by it because his audience is so challenged they think it really is.
then he parked right in front of their door, but not far enough back where they couldn't open the door, but really close to the door. When you start...
A boring story that doesn't even involve Ken himself, coupled with footage of intersections. Ken wouldn't even watch this himself if he wasn't being paid to do so.
Walking up to the door, you're thinking, oh, I can't get in. Where am I supposed to get in? But he's parked just far enough away from the door, but the car, the front left tire is completely destroyed.
Remember what he was selling you. There is a thumbnail in the title. Wrecked! Ken looks very surprised. And the title at the bottom there, completely destroyed! He is so dishonest. He's a bad YouTuber. He should just go away and play golf and buy his expensive eggs and bore his 2 friends with this kind of shit. It's a story about somebody else's blown tire. And this is what he puts together, and he snickers to himself and publishes it. And his challenged fans click on it and, wrecked! What happened? And what he's doing there is a performance. It was destroyed! What 59-year-old is impressed by a blown tire? What 49-year-old, 39, 29-year-old? A 19-year-old is not impressed by a blown tire. A 9-year-old isn't impressed by a blown tire. And there is Ken at age 59. The tire was destroyed! He could go to a records yard. He could be amazed by blown tires all day long. Wow, that tire's destroyed! So it seems to be. Do you want to go look at the other tires? That tire's destroyed! There's another tire destroyed! That tire's destroyed! He's such a piece of shit excuse for a YouTuber, really.
Destroyed. Like, when I first walked up to him, I'm like, wow, what happened to that? Like, how did that van get here?
The man driving said to himself, fuck it. I'm just gonna drive in on the rim. I don't care if it costs a few $100. I don't have time to pull over to the side and phone for somebody and wait. I'll just drive a little bit further, ruin the rim. What the hell is the difference anyway? The tow is gonna be a couple $100, the rim's a few $100, so what?
With that tire looking like that, either a tow truck dropped his van there and that's why it's there, or I don't know, some type of a creature started eating his wheel because it was destroyed. It wasn't just a flat tire, it was obliterated because he drove on it with the rim, so probably the rim's screwed. Anyway, he says he's had other people drive like long trucks or trucks with ladder racks on it and then park up against near the front door where the ladder is now stopping the door from opening. It's just like, yeah, can you move your van somewhere else? That's just funny. Anyway, so
Put your hands on the fucking wheel! What a wimp. He can't withstand an itch for a few 100 yards and scratch at the next stop sign or pull over and do that. What a fucking horrible bad driver, blithering idiot.
oh yeah, there's another 400 and something. Definitely better than $570. But apparently there's a big difference between the driver's side and the passenger side. For, I guess, complexity. It takes more time to do this side because there's something else in the door than that side.
That is Kenneth Bernard Domik breaking the Ontario Highway Traffic Act by operating a video camera and playing to it while operating a motor vehicle at the same time. He's looking into the camera, he's playing to it, taking both hands off the wheel to say, I don't know what was going on, blah, blah, blah. He should not be allowed to drive. And he should not be rewarded with extra money either.
I don't know. So that's why I should be turning right. Okay. Sometimes if there's an accident or whatever, it'll make me turn left. So, yeah, I worked my butt off for you guys today.
By doing what? Babbling while you leave the camera running? That to you is hard work. It is not.
And, and my niece wanted to meet us at the highway because she wanted to borrow one of my older DSLR cameras because she's going on.
Please appreciate that Ken is working very hard and he is stressed from producing content for 2 channels while he rambles and shows you another intersection.
And like a woman's getaway with a bunch of people, and she wanted to borrow one of my good cameras to take really good pictures, which is funny because I get it. When I was young, I wanted the best cameras that I could possibly afford, and now I just take pictures with my iPhone. The camera on it is good enough for the pictures that I want, and I can't remember the last time I took. I think when we went to definitely Costa Rica. I remember bringing a good camera, and then there was, I think, one more big trip where I'm like, you know what, I need to bring my good cameras to get good quality video, good quality photographs. Don't know when the next time we're going to be around. I can't remember what voice I have on there right now.
One of Ken's apps speaks to him, and as it does, he thinks to himself, I can't remember the name of this voice in the settings that I have it on right now. Just absolute random blather while he's running an errand and the camera is running. And he gives you that and the camera on the dashboard. He works very hard. He's stressed to make this content.
And maybe Alaska was the last big trip we went on where I brought the big camera. And after that, I'm like, you know what, I'm just getting too old to lug around big, heavy equipment. When I went to Japan the second time, I brought a gimbal, a big gimbal on my big camera and the big microphone. Holy schmoly, like the videos I got with it were freaking awesome, but I probably could have got away with shooting some of those videos with the other cameras. Back then I had those little white Sony cameras, and when I look back at some of the footage, I'm like, ugh, it was all shot. I think I only did that one video in 4K, and the Mac.
Ken is going to tell you yet again another story about an older computer he had not running as fast as he would have liked it to operate with the newer and newer cameras he keeps getting, which have no bearing on the quality of the material that he produces. This is not conversation you would offer to a friend. Oh, yeah, and it took so long. This is just blather.
Book Pro that I had at the time didn't have the M1 or M2, none of the M chips in it, and it couldn't handle the 4K, and it took like 4 hours to like import, render, export. Like, it was just stupid on how long it took me to do a vlog, and it wasn't a very long vlog. So I gave up on shooting anything 4K with those cameras and editing. Now I've got a really good computer.
If you have a really good computer and you've got more than one, you got a desktop, you got the laptop, plus you have the latest iPhone, and you've got the latest Apple Watch, and you go on expensive vacations, and you buy really good food, how are you barely getting by?
I think it's the M2 chip, and everything I shoot with this, with my cell phone, with the...
Not only have you taken your hands off the wheel yet again, the talk is boring. You know it's boring. It's just like, I gotta just keep blathering, Ken thinks to himself. That's the content that the traffic will allow. You know what would make this a little bit better? I think he should go back to the dashboard.
Either these two cameras, everything's 4K.
There you go. There's some more gold from Ken Domik. All of this blather about the 4K is trying to make people feel like they're achieving something. Yeah, it's the same shit that I made before, only it's in 4K and it processes faster. Although, if you look at the shit from a year ago and now, there's virtually no fucking difference. It's just me eating shit in a car and blathering while I do some errands.
The laptop goes through that stuff, zero problems, saying that there's construction coming up. I've reset my ways to just give me alerts, don't give me directions.
Which is redundant technology to make you appear to be a very exciting person on your channel to an audience of people who accept it. There are also other indicators, such as lots of signs saying, "Hey asshole, construction," and men wearing bright colors saying, "Hey idiot, slow down."
If we're in if I'm driving with Paul or Carol or whatever, we sometimes turn on the voice, because it brings your attention to who you should be turning, as opposed to every once in a while you kind of got to glance over. How long? Okay, 4.3 kilometers. Got it. Well, today was an extremely stressful day.
Winnie the Pooh once had a blustery day, and here is Ken with yet another stressful day. He had to go and edit down some mediocre garbage that he doesn't have to depend on for money. Yet he pretends he has to, so people feel sorry for him and then send him extra money for making garbage.
Because I had to, like I said, get up, edit the vlog, get it out to you guys as quickly as possible, go through a bunch of comments.
Our Ken considers that to be hard work. I gotta go through a bunch of comments, I don't know what the what. I've been working like a dog. I'm trying to keep this job going. I need financial support. Okay, there are bills to be paid to keep these vehicles on the road, and I'm just trying to keep the job going. I know I've asked for financial help over and over years and years. I need more financial support. I've got to go through these comments. Let me tell you what the YouTube channels look like from the inside. AI provides suggestions for replies. So, you notice with Ken, everything is very short and "thank you, glad you enjoyed it." That's him clicking the AI response.
Do some emails, I had some business stuff I had to deal with, and then edit like crazy.
Ken had some business stuff he had to deal with. Wow, what a soldier. Everybody has business stuff they have to deal with. Managing an internet account, your house expenses, your apartment, Of course, when Ken does it, I had business. I had some business I had to deal with. And then I edited like crazy. Look how he's always selling it. What you have to do is sit in your ass with a beer and make spelling mistakes while going through footage of you driving past intersections.
Because tomorrow I gotta go to my mom's house to help her with some gardening stuff that my sister and my mom can't do because there's like heavy rocks and things that need to move. So I have to do it.
What a lousy personality he's got. And it's also very childish. It's like, okay, so your mother can't deal with some heavy object. And so you look at the camera and go, so I have to do it. That's just to be expected. That's just a decent thing to do. You're not a fucking hero for doing it. Stop putting it on camera trying to make yourself look like a hero.
So I had to get everything done today. And then, like I said, also pick up my van, drop my camera off at the highway for my niece.
It is not that big of a deal. He is running errands. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. I would be so embarrassed if I made the mistake of going on camera and characterizing errands as some great burden to perform within a day or two. He is comfortably retired. This channel, for him and the other one, are like hobbies where he gets to eat lunch and write off a significant portion of it. They go on vacations whenever they want. They wasted $40,000 on a Sprinter. Carol's got her pension, more than $2 million in the bank, at least, after the sale of her father's house before he went to a retirement community. He's got nothing to complain about, and he's trying to complain about running errands.
And then realizing I don't have any food at home.
Oh my gosh! There's no food at home! How will the Domik survive? He just realized there's no food at home. There's no food on the table. How will the Domik survive? How will the Domik survive? He's just a hard-working man trying to put food on the table, trying to keep the Domiks alive. Help him send your money, gotta keep this job going. He's just your average Canadian knucklehead, every man trying to make a living. How will the Domik survive? How will the Domik survive? You gotta open up your wallet and share your money, cause how will the Domik survive? How's that? Pretty good, huh? Well, it didn't really rhyme all that good. It's like all in one take. Would you join the fucking channel? It's $1.99 a month. There's no contract. I wish there was. You can just walk away after a month, which is what you do sometimes. It helps get the channel into the algorithm. Please, join the channel. $1.99 a month. Just do it. Oh, somebody else will do it. How about you do it?
I had bacon and eggs for lunch. I think I had 5 boiled eggs and 3 pieces of bacon that I already cooked up. And so Carol's like, maybe you should...
Do you know what you should do? You should keep your fucking hands on the wheel, you dangerous driver. Fucking moron.
Carol also bought fish the other day, so she has her fish to eat. And today I got those steaks. They should be really, really good.
What are you doing living on steak? You say you're barely getting by and you need desperately financial help to keep this job going. I mean, shouldn't you be eating no-name pasta, Kool-Aid, sugar, tap water, and nothing else? Unless it's going spoiled and you might get a bit of a deal. It seems like you're doing quite okay.
I'll cook them all up and then probably eat 2, at least 2. But yeah, anyway, so I just wanted to make this quick vlog of picking up the car.
Exactly. I just wanted to make this quick vlog of picking up the car, and it takes no effort to do it. I just blah, 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 the whole way through, and then I put an exciting title on there, Totally Destroyed, Destruction, and you click on it and there's nothing there. That's the way I do things. Please send me extra money.
Telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, telling you how much more money I had to spend on it, but I think it's worth it.
Do you know what else is worth it? Or rather, who else is worth it? The people who are sending you their money. They should keep it for themselves. If for no other reason, they could buy a few lottery tickets and they might fluke out and win 100 grand for all they know. Or just spend it on some candy and just suck on it a little bit and say, well, the candy's gonna make me fat. I'll just spit it out after a couple of minutes and the ants will eat it. Any of that would be better than giving the money to you. Pay for your own fucking bills. Shut up. Like, this is worth it? Footage from your dashboard? Fuck off.
I think it's worth having that flexibility of being able to open and close that window without having the fear of it breaking in the middle of a snowstorm, or not that I would open that up in the middle of a snowstorm or rain, whatever, rainstorm, thunderstorm. But everything right now, my body has just like released all the stress. That's another reason I can't lose weight. I'm so stressed all the time.
You can't make this stuff up. Ken is ridiculous as it is, and now he says he can't lose weight because he's too stressed. Let's see, stress from what? Turn on camera, run camera, and aim at feet while walking to vehicle. Run camera while putting key into lock and getting inside vehicle. Run camera while starting vehicle. Put camera on dashboard and leave running. Turn on camera, aim at self, and babble. And babble. And babble. And babble. Go get stuff from stores, drive back to Shack in Elf Village. Remove footage from cameras, put into computer. Have the audio sync up both pieces of footage and click back and forth for a half an hour. Add shitty music and publish. And he says that is stress.
What's it called? Cortisol?
No, it is called Molson's and other brands of beer.
So if you're stressed all the time and you eat really well and you don't know why you can't lose weight or you're gaining weight, look at the stress. Look at the cortisol. Cortisol stops you from whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I almost cut my finger again on this stupid steering wheel. I get so sidetracked with doing other things that I should be paying attention to things like this, because I've cut myself on the steering wheel twice now where the blood was like pouring out of me, and all I have to do is sand that and it's done. Still haven't fixed the back corner of my thing and it's already rusting. My goodness. Stress level back up. Cortisol through the roof.
There are only two things that Ken has to stress about. One, getting to McDonald's for their latest sandwich. And two, getting there in time before it's gone while still completing another binge watch of an old TV series.
Woo, woo, woo.
You can't do me, and I'm cutting you off right now.
Woo. But I'm glad everything that I got done today got done. Glad the van's good to go. And now we just need to help my mom and then go to the cottage, relax for a couple days. And today is day 25 of Sober September. And a few of you guys have what did you called it? Sober Forever. Congratulations to you. Another person talked about being sober for over a year and being able to do like this huge 170 kilometer bike ride. And you did it in a day? Come on. 170 in a day. Was it an electric bike? Was it a scooter? Did you have help?
I have the same attitude, yet I apply it to Ken and his claims of sleeping in a private parking lot overnight without getting vandalized, towed, or reported to the police.
Were you on steroids? I like to know the answers to these questions. Because 170 a day, jeez. I could, you know what, I guess I could see you doing that because you because I did 120 in like 5 hours. It was under 6. It was just maybe around 5 hours. So adding another, what, 50?
That is Kent idly trying to figure out how many hours were spent to do some bike run. The vehicle is performing well. The hum and buzz of the road. And he's just idly trying to think of it. With a blank look on his face while the camera is running. And that, he says, stresses him out to produce.
Should be able to pull it off, I guess. But yeah, I looked at the graph on how many hills and stuff there are. It looks, I didn't see what the elevation was. I should check out what the elevation is. It's got to be over a couple kilometers, I guess. Anyway, thanks for all your support on this channel and the other channel, and we'll talk to you guys in the next vlog, which I'll be shooting tomorrow. See ya. Bye.
Is that it? That's it.
British peanut.
Double. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people.
Tangy.